literally all at once. If I was trying to find that, the live from me, I can anyone, and it's just like, oh no, I don't want to end it. There we go. All right, I was just like, what the fuck? Yep, it's still doing the same shit. Come on. There we go. It changed. Sweet. That's just all I needed. Now I'm gonna give it a second to at least let someone show up, so then I can BRB for a second, because I need to, one, insert a pizza into an oven to cook that pizza, and then I have to go to the bathroom. So I'll need to at least wait until someone shows up. Yay! Gotta wait for someone to show. This will be quite a doozy. Put you right there. I do have a hot dog I have yet to finish, so I'll complete this in the meantime. Alright. Cool. There we go. Individual situation. If anyone else shows, I'll be right back, because I gotta do something real quick. I was just waiting for someone to pop in and say hey. Howdy. I ate 2 oxys to kill the pain. Damn, son. Got some pain going on? That's not cool. That's not cool. Shit. Here. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, hopefully I wasn't gone too long. There we are. Yeah. Let's say we're all gonna die. Oh my goodness. Damn, son. Stop the planet. I want to get off. Damn. I don't really want to get off the planet. I just want the rest of humanity to get off this planet. I want to enjoy its beauty before you all fuck it up. Try and stop a trip. Damn. Hold up. Where'd that light go I had? I had a light in here. I do not see it. Damn. You're going savage. There is beauty in the death of a world. Such edge. Burn up beautifully as it's absorbed by the sun. I mean, the Earth will too, to be fair. You give off a pretty light. Well, hey, like any planet burning away will definitely give off a pretty light. Well, it's kind of tough to do this outside, but it's just clouds. And it's not really fun for me. It's just clouds. So, I'm looking for a light, which is probably just in my room. God damn it. But, yeah. I could use one of these, though. Oh! I'll just use one of these. Oh, it can kind of work. It doesn't work. It didn't work at all. It does, like, by this point. It does at, like, the standard. But not, like, anything beyond that is nothingness, dude. Jeez, that didn't help. I'll just have to go grab that light. And I'll just have to be right back. My goodness. We're dark. There we go. I can probably get rid of this. Put this out of the way for right now. I don't really need it in my way. There we go. Put that out of the way. There, cool. Cool. Ooh, there we go. That's much better. We'll just have it, I guess I could just have it right here. There we go. That's much better. That works out. So in about, I don't know, 10 minutes, I'll check up on my pizza. See how that's going on. See how that's going on. Restless people from the 6th city burnt their homes down to make the sky look pretty. Yep. It's actually a really good song. I kind of, like, I've always said this a bunch, but I've always kind of liked Charles Manson's music just because, I mean, there was always some potential with it, you know what I mean? There's always some interesting potential with his music that was always really interesting. It's just like, damn. It's like, ooh. Interesting shit. Still doesn't, you know, and I always say after that, I'm like, it doesn't mean I like what he did, he's still crazy. But, hey, his music was interesting, and dare I say, somewhat insightful and thought-provoking? Do I dare say, insightful and thought-provoking? I think I do. For now, it's just a terrestrial vertebrates that are fucked. Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, just a lot of things on the ocean floor that, or not even really just the ocean floor, but just in the oceans in general that are gonna be fucked. Like, with the acidity in the oceans, like, that will cause so much disaster for the ecosystems because they rely on having a certain balance within the water. And when it's imbalanced with way more, like, acidity than what's naturally meant for, chances are it's probably gonna dawn fuck up. And what do you know? It's dawn fucking up. And, why? Do we have to explain? I'm actually going to, I don't know if I've shown it on the YouTube streams quite yet, but I did show off one of the Periscope streams. Robert got a new bong. And, it's just a simple little beaker. Oh. I just realized what the color looked like of the water. What fucking color is this? Ew. I mean, that's iced tea. It's not iced tea. This is not iced tea. The way the screen, or the way my camera is showing off is a little weird. It is like an unfiltered, yeasty, raw, fresh ale. Ugh. I mean, this is it's actually way more bright green than it looks. For some reason, I think it's just due to the stem, or I don't know, dude. Oh my god. Oh jeez, dude. Man. Robert, dude, what the fuck? You just got a dirty bowl, dude. Except the yeasty raw fresh ale is actually hearty and good. Yeah, I can imagine that being actually good. This water, I'd be concerned. I'd be a little concerned with that water because I probably wouldn't trust it. It'd probably be really gross. But this, though, it's got kind of a big hole, so let me fix that really quick. I'm going to need a lot more than that measly little tiny hit that I kind of made up for myself, so I'm going to have to grind some more and get it bigger. Oh my god, this is a huge fucking bowl, dude. This is a huge bowl, dude. Damn, dude. This is just a tremendously fat fucking bowl, man. Oh my god. This is insane. Like, who needs such a deep bowl? You could fit like 3 grams in here. Like, oh my god. Brutal. Robert's been hitting the chamber since Cream dropped Disraeli gears back in 67. I was just about to be like back in TJ. What, you got TJ Kirk on your mind now? You got TJ? The amazing atheist? To be fair, I have him on my mind sometimes too, because he's a very insightful dude. I always think about some shit he said and be like, damn. Interesting stuff. I actually saw this thing with Matt Dillahunty earlier about his like 50th birthday or whatever that was recently, and how he got this birthday card from his parents, you know, basically being preachy and shit, and it's just like, oh my god. It was actually kind of sad, because it's like, oh man, I feel this so much. Like, I feel the sympathies of Matt Dillahunty so hard right now, because I feel the same thing. Thank God for TJ Kirk. I seriously value his insight. No, I agree, dude. That's why I generally think about, like, I genuinely, in my spare time, think about Paul Zigo and TJ Kirk every now and then, and their philosophy and their views. Just out of the whim, I'll be like, you know, about that thing Paul Ziegel was talking about the other day, you know, and I just kind of started thinking about it. Like, I mean, it's awesome to have such, I mean, in a weird way, such, like, contrarian, like, views to the mainstream. But it's contrarian, not for the sake of being so, but because it actually stems from, like, trying to change something about, like, the status quo of today, and actually trying to change things to how at least they perceive to make the world better and shit. Now, they all got different ideas, but they all have a general agreement how they feel about it. If it weren't for TJ, I still believe in God is really Yahweh Muhammad. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have been the same way. I probably would have been alright either way. But if it wasn't for him, I probably would have been a lot more, I guess, not necessarily lost, but just not as concrete in my views, and maybe just would have different opinions on religion too, even, probably. Because if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be as militant about being against religion, kind of like the Hitchens style. But discovering him probably would have made, discovering Hitchens probably would have made me like that anyway, just kind of realizing how eloquent, how articulate Hitchens has always made his arguments. So, I mean, I can see myself definitely changing a lot, philosophically and in my worldviews if it wasn't for him. But, I mean, it would definitely be interesting. I kind of wonder what other elements would have changed if it wasn't. Look at it and like it's foreign, and when it's just evolutionary brother of the other Abrahamics, we learned the Old Testament, the Israelites about Jesus, we just second to last prophet. So it's so confusing to me, because like y'all got basically like different prophets saying the same shit, or at least not necessarily saying the same shit, but preaching the same ideology, just in different details. It's just like, it's kind of confusing, and at the end of the day, y'all believe the same bullshit. It's just, depending on the sect or, like, the different Abrahamic belief, you got different views on, like, who's the true prophet or who's, like, the true, real, like, philosophy of what God is meant to be. It's just like, you're preaching the same fucking bullshit. It's just that y'all have, like, different timelines when y'all believe it. It's like the Jews are like the ancients. Christians are always in the weird gray ground, because there's a lot that are Old Testament, there's a lot that are New, and there's a lot that like to blend them both together. And there's a lot of, and then you got the Islam, which kind of goes on a little further. It's just like, really, like, and then you got like sects of Christianity, of like more modernized, like Mormonism and shit. It's just like, y'all basically are kind of saying the same shit, or at least come from the basic similar structure of what y'all believe. It's almost the final devolution of the Abrahamic religion. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I believe it. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't consider Mormonism like, the most recent like devolution of Abrahamic religions, even though I would say it's a sect of Christianity, because of it's just such a. There's just such a. At the end of the day, they're all cults, but there's a really big distinction between, like, Mormonism and its foundation compared to, like, any other sects. Especially in its time in American history as well. And, like, how it was perceived by various different people in society as well. I'm actually going to check on my pizza really quick. Make sure that's all Gucci. Make sure it's not burning or nothing, because it's near the 20-minute mark now. So I'll see how that's going. Hell yeah. It's going good. Ugh. It's like the outer edges are perfectly golden brown. Perfectly. Oh, nice. And all I gotta do is I just turned the oven off, so all I gotta do is just wait, like, I don't know, 5 more minutes, take it out, let it sit for a bit. Basically just letting the oven turn off, cool down now, and I'm gonna let it cook just for a little bit longer, so should be Gucci. Hell yeah. The Egyptian polytheists and Persian Zoroastrians. Oh wait, there's no. Yeah. That's pretty much how it was, essentially. Like, if you, not just for Egyptian polytheists or Zoroastrians, but just in general. If you believed in a different religious idea or spiritual belief, just across the board, regardless if it was Zoroastrianism or Egyptian polytheism or Roman or Greek polytheism, you would have still been like, you either convert or you're being executed, basically. It's just like, oh, great. I'd rather not die, so, just so I don't die, or at least not today, I'd rather not, I'd rather just disregard these beliefs and go to a new one because I'd rather not die. So, I mean, well, it makes sense, especially back in those days when war was such a prevalent thing and, you could basically be killed for anything. It's like, well, if I could be killed for anything, I'd like to have, like, the least amount of things, to die from. So, if I can lose the option to die because I have different religious beliefs, then fuck it, I will, Like, a lot of people have those ideas. Romans, Celts, Norsemen, yeah. I mean, I think there's even reports of Norse who kind of didn't really renounce, like, not necessarily renounce their beliefs, but, like, mixed theirs in with the religion that they kind of stepped into because of how long they were kind of delved in their culture. And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, huh. In a way, it's like a weird blend of, like, hey, I believe my shit still, but I'll believe your shit, too, because I'm kind of been here for a while, and, I've been accustomed to your views and shit. So, I mean, either way, they may ensure to spread it, in some way, shape, or form, and primarily militaristically. But if they're able to, they will try to do it covertly as well. There were Muslim missionaries in pagan Scandinavia. I bet. Yeah. Just says there are Mormon missionaries in the Congo, and that's just depressing. Knowing that there's Mormon missionaries in the Congo. Why are they going to the fucking Congo? Bullshit needs money. What money will they ever find in the Congo besides, like, diamond mines where they can, like, capture, like, some company, like, that's mining those diamonds and be like, hey, we'll slid in for a little profit or something and have, like, some extra slave labor for you and give us diamonds. It's just like, and also we'll spread religious bullshit to keep people in line. It's just like, the fuck? Like, that's the only thing. Yeah, basically what I just kind of described in a little more detail is mineral deposits and mineral extraction. So it's like, huh? Like, why are Mormons involved in that? That's like some shit you hear from, like, the Catholic Church, because that kind of makes sense. Mormons just, I don't know, dude. Mormons are fucked up, and to some extent. So I would be surprised. Sick in the Balkans for mineral resources to control the Adriatic Mediterranean. Well, minerals sure does grant a lot of profits, doesn't it? I mean, a lot of, like, honestly, if it wasn't for oil, I think we would have mineral wars. Like, not even like produce or food or water or anything like that, but straight up minerals. Because besides opiates or oil, Afghanistan, their number one reason why we're there is minerals, mineral extraction. Tend to have odd sexual hang-ups. They do. They actually do. They legitimately do. And odd sexual lives and feelings about their own sexuality. Yeah, dude. Man. I'm tempted to throw someone under the bus hardcore right now. I'm not going to, though. I'll be nice. I'll be nice for right now. I'll be nice tonight. Because I'm waiting on a pizza, so I'm kind of excited for that. So I'll be nice, but there's someone I can kind of throw under the bus because he has some real sexual hang-ups. That's a little weird. Yeah. You know him. I think you already know him. But, I mean, it's not really prevalent, but it's noticeable. It's noticeable. Because how was your day? Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, today was actually pretty decent. It was, the only worst thing about it was knowing that I was scheduled an hour later than I normally was, but they need extra cleaning up there anyway, especially on Fridays, so it's like, I get it, so it's whatever. I guess a little later to do these, but, I mean, I've been actually kind of up on it to make sure I don't do these super long, so as long as I keep it at a relatively decent time frame, it's no big deal. But, yeah. I was initially going to kick it with Harley. I mean, he was in the neighborhood, but we were both kind of like, yeah, this seemed like a good day to hang because I'm tired. It was late. I didn't think it was going to be down to hang. I didn't even realize it was around the corner anyway. And it was just like, it just doesn't seem like the day, so whatever. We'll hit it up on Tuesday. That'll be better. Because I know I'm not going to be able to chill on Saturday, so it is what it is. I'm wondering why the chat isn't popping down on the screen below here like it was last time. Is there something I gotta put up? I'm legit kind of curious. I'm sure there's a way, I'm just not seeing it right now. Bring this bowl over, I'm gonna take a hit of the big boy. Well, I guess not my big boy, but the other one. I bet JLP smoked some stupid bad stone back in the 70s. I know he did. Dude, you know any motherfucker who was living in the 70s has guaranteed to at least tried a little bit of stone. Some marijuanas. To some extent. Like, there's just no way. Oh my god, I barely filled this bowl, and it, like, I filled this halfway, actually, and it barely, like, scratched, like, the bottom of the, oh my god! This is absurd, actually, like, it's a cavern, it's like cavernous, and you saw, like, a little something pop out. JLP blaxploitation film. Oh no, that'd be too good. That'd be too good, dude. Oh no. That'd be intense. That would be insane. Not really intense, just insane. Man, this bowl. Dude, I'm like getting perplexed by this bowl. Like, I could load, like, what I just grounded up and dropped in here is still not enough to fill the bowl to the brim. This is insane. This bowl is absurd. Oh my god. I'm gonna just stop loading it. I'm just gonna, like, try to stop now. If anything, I'm gonna get that pizza outside of the, of its, location. Superfly. It'll be a Superfly blaxploitation film, and it'll be good. But let me go grab that pizza. Let it get itself cool down. I can smell it. Well, has a little bit of a golden brown, a little extra golden brown, I should say, but it's all good. It's got the perfect crisp and everything, though. I just kind of let it sit in there for an extra minute or two, so it got a little extra crispy. Extra crisp! Now just let it sit over there and let it cool down for a second. Get some shit transported over here, at least. I should move myself back a bit. There we go. Cool. Cute. Dropping our little light. See if we can move it over a little bit. I need to move it somewhere like here or something, but I can't. Damn. I guess we can try to... I guess that works. Whatever. That works out. Get that put right there. Alright. Time to take a rip off the fat beast. This absurd beast of a bowl. I can barely poke through, dude. Jesus Christ. We got CBD only weed here now. Awesome. That's just awesome. And you know what? That's a sign of some shit to happen in the future. I think you know, though. I think you have an idea. You have an idea what may happen. I feel it. I can tell. Legalization across the board. I'm feeling it. Like, if there's one thing I could probably have some optimism for, it's marijuana legalization. They sell flower in our head shops now. Buds, pre-rolled cones. Looks, smells like regular weed. Unfortunately, no THC allowed. Yeah, they're, because it's hemp grown. It's a hemp cannabis. So, hemp has primarily CBD or no cannabinoids at all for the most part, or if it does, it's very, very low to the point it won't affect you. And that's federally legal. Like, that's okay, which is weird. We have a weird stigma of marijuana, even on like the weird details of the Schedule 1 shit, because not all marijuana is labeled the same. It's so weird. It's stupid. It's stupid, but weird. Like, CBD is okay, but THC, oh god, that's the same as meth! But, yeah, totally. This is the same as meth, totally. Whoa. Wasn't puncher though. Whoa. Damn, son. Damn, son. Damn, his bowl hits like a champ. What did your turn of 3 come back as? I have a stream on it. I think it was called like my ancestry results or something like that. But I kind of went. I did a stream on it, but it came back as like 3/4 Northwest European, which basically is lumping like the British Isles, France, and like Germany all in like one little group. And then like 20 to 25% Irish, and then like 10 to 15% Norwegian. So this is pretty much the same. So pretty much what I kind of expected. So yeah. So I feel like it might not be totally complete, but I have no idea. I ain't got no reason to suspect it isn't. But shit could be updated and be like, oh hey, we found out that you also have traces of DNA from this group and shit. It's like, oh cool. So it's always bound to be updated. I'm wider than JF and Spencer, lol. They published their results. I'm pretty sure I'm probably wider than them. I probably am in some ways if they want to use like ethnicity to like dictate what's white or not, I guess. So that'll be really interesting. It's cool now. Yeah, it's getting cool. Get over here. Whoa. I'm just gonna eat this whole fat thing without even cutting into it. 100% Euro? Basically, yeah. As far, up until now, it's, or at least, unless there's some other shit that's changed, or there's other stuff that's been found out, yeah, pretty much, yes. It's a little hot. I think gotta cool down a little more. Appear to test you, pup. Well, I mean, I think the phenotype's okay. So I think I'm good. Alright. Time to smash this fat fuck again. Jeez, this thing milks up, too. Mine was no surprise, it seems to be accurate. Yeah, mine's definitely accurate, because, even on my, because, on my dad's birth certificate, it was, it said Danish, Norwegian, and Anglo-Saxon. So, that for the ethnicity of like the Northwest European and the Norwegian, that makes sense. And with my mom's side, she's definitely got some Irish in her. Supposedly, there's like Native American, but that doesn't really seem as true now that I'm seeing it. Now that's growing and stuff. But there is still a chance, at least, possibly from my mom's side or from my father's side, that there is. I'm living proof that Islams can be white. Oh, yeah. I think that just goes for saying that any religion can be any race that it wants to, because the religion doesn't necessarily have a belief, or a religion has like a specific ethnic group. That's what I meant to say. Freudian slip. A religion doesn't have a belief. That's it's like, what? I was 100% literally beyond white. I am white. 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 You're so white, you're white. I mean, I'm that way too. I mean, look at me. Like, for fuck's sake, look at me. I look like a fucking ghost. I'm just in the shadows. But, like, it's... Like, I'm the same way. Like, I mean, I'm surprised I'm not, like, more paler, to be honest. It's okay to be white. It's okay to be just human, anyway. I mean, it's like... Your melanin... you can't control that. Like, I mean, what's the point of, like... being like, having this weird, zealous pride over your melanin and genetics from that. It's just kind of weird. The whole race realism thing has always been weird. I mean, it's interesting to always kind of find out what your ethnicity is regardless, And, it's not saying that that isn't not interesting. Like, it's really cool to know what my actual ethnicity is and stuff, to be kind of like, oh, what's my background and shit, what's my ancestry? Like, I mean, I think any curious person would want to know, a little bit about that, so... I mean, it's just the weird one. It's just the ones that kind of take it, like, beyond, like, literary. It's like, oh my goodness. Like, oh jeez. It's like, oh no. Here we go. We got brought off the Muslim world. We aren't born in Syria. Yes, they get terrorized by drones. We're born women in Afghanistan. That's true. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty fortunate, in that sense. I mean, there's so many places where we could be, and we could just be... one thing I saw on the Ancestry thing is, at least on my mom's side, because that one's very expansive compared to my dad's side so far. And that one is insane. Like, there's so many children that they had, and that my mom's side of the family had. And pretty much half of them died at, like, by the time they were 5. Which is just like, oh my god. That's just cheese. Knowing my, like, past 5 to 6 generations, like, half of them pretty much were dead on arrival, basically, is a little like, whoa. It's just like, whoa. And then I noticed as went, like, closer, to, like, great-great-great-grandparents, to, like, great-great-great, to great-great, to great... It gets smaller and smaller, like the margins of how many have died compared to have lived long lives and stuff. And by the time it's like the late 1800s to the 1900s, they all start living pretty long, and it's like, oh, well, there you go. Spanish flu killed most kids, there go vaccination. Yeah, very much so. I mean, the Spanish flu was, when was that? Because it would make sense depending on the generation, but... For a lot of them, they definitely didn't last too long. So I mean, I don't know. I'll have to look back into it. I'll have to see. But Spanish flu was like what? Wasn't that like the very late 1800s or something? Or wasn't that the very early 1900s? Wasn't that in the 1910s? I think. Yeah, I think it was. Wasn't it? I remember that generation when there was kids being born at that age. There was a lot of them that actually died. So that one makes sense, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I think, now I'm thinking about it, yeah, that seems about accurate. Seems about right. I could be wrong, but I mean, about, like, when the Spanish flu at least rose up, but I remember around that time, a lot of kids, from, my parents' side at that time died at a very young age, so... The Albanians in my family lived in the Dirnik Alps along the Adriatic coast and were spared by isolation. It was the turn of the century. Yeah, so, yeah, it was just like the very early 1900s. Yeah, there was definitely a lot of shit that went down that time. And, with Spanish flu, and I know there was definitely a lot of people in that, group that died pretty early on. A lot of them were able to make it, or at least up to, like 20 or their 20s or 30s. And, I noticed a lot of them kind of died within 1915, 16, 17. Even 1918, And at least with the ones that are 1917 and 1918, those ones look like they were straight up, like, you know, maybe World War I vets who died in the front lines. Which, knowing that is actually, like, kind of sad. It's like, oh my god, I can't imagine. Like, knowing some of my family who were World War I vets being in the front lines out there and just being in the trenches and shit, running across no man's land, and, At the time before World War I, Ottomans, Albania, Devil ultimately. The Serbs were pushed back and set out to War I that caused tensions. Yeah. I mean, War I in general caused a lot of tensions. And everything, you know, building up to that prior was just a lot of building up of tension and shit. It was insane. It's like I woke up. Everyone was asleep when I came home, and then it was like pops up. Bandito's definitely outside somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere out there. I can't even hit it with a regular lighter, dude. I have to use my torch on this bowl. I need to travel back to the Balkans when I get the money. I would love to go there, honestly. That would be a really cool trip to visit the Balkans. Like, stop in, like, Slovenia, rent a car there, and just travel all throughout the Balkans states, and then just go back to Slovenia and just leave, and then, like, go there or something. Or, like, stop in Italy and be like, and then just go all the way out and just do a little Balkan trip out there. Do, like, a Balkanized trip. That'd be pretty cool. Go through every little country. See all the little sites and the little different cultural sites and all that different thing, historical sites. That'd be awesome. Especially like the medieval historical sites and museums. Oh my god, those will be fascinating, dude. Like museums and historical sites from like the 1000s, like onward. Damn. Or even before that, if there is any, that'd be insane. Watch out for shakedowns by police and border guards. I have a, you know, I have a feeling. I mean, to be fair, I'm not a stranger to being shook down in a foreign country, I guess, because I technically was once leaving Iceland. I mean, it wasn't like they were patting me down or nothing. They were just like, here, we're just gonna check like your coats and your like extra baggage that you got on yourself, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, you can check my little duffel, my little mini little pouch thing. You can check all my, whatever. There's nothing in them. Besides, like, a few pamphlets and stuff. So. But, yeah, I'm sure for them it will probably be like, do you have so little money? Or something like that. I have no idea. But it would definitely still be interesting to check the place out. There's a fat little thing right there. Kind of I had police harass me for smoking opium and hash there. I handed them a little 10 euro thing. To shut them up, basically. Be like, go away, here's 10 euros. For drugs, at least. Alright. So, if I ever happen to be caught with drugs in any, like, little Balkan state, just hand them money and they'll probably leave you alone. Okay. Sounds about right. Alright. Why do I feel like that's just how the Balkans is? Hand the cops some money, they'll leave you alone. Jeez. Jeez, Balkans. They don't care about enforcing drug laws, it's all about the money. Well, of course it is. Of course. There we go. That's the way with most things. Oh, yeah. Which I see to be a #1 issue in the whole paradigm. Sure, my pizza's cooled down by now. Boom. Obvious Americans walking around with fanny packs and cameras will get pulled over to see if they have a $50 bill on them. So, just look obscure. Don't stand out. Well, damn it. I feel like I'm going to get harassed all the time then. Because that's kind of the thing that's kind of a thing I do. I kind of stand out with my clothes and my attire. So, I'm probably, like, I get, I mean, like, Miss Balkan, so I don't think they will have, like, ability to use cards as much like in, you know, somewhere like Iceland, so, I guess the way to get away around it is to, Albania specifically has a high approval rating of America, just crime-ridden. Cards can be used anywhere there. Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of thinking about that. I'm like, could it be potentially used? Because if so, I don't really have to worry about having any actual currency on hand with me. So if I get stopped and be like, hey, do you got money? And I'll be like, I just got this card. Do you really want to harass me for a fucking card? That I can turn off if you take it? Like, I mean, you know, they're not going to bother me at that point. Like, I'll just get some currency. I'll just get, like, at that point, just get currencies to just, you know, exchange on my way out to keep the gypsies in the cities. I mean, I'm sure it's all little pickpocket around train stations and airports. Well, luckily, I'm pretty observant and, like, pretty aware with what's on my person and what's missing. So, if I know something is a little light on me, like, I'll be like, alright, pat myself down for stuff, alright, got check, you know, once I leave and shit, be like, alright, let's do a quick pack down. Now, I missed something with the left, you know, be on the lookout. I mean, at that point, it'd probably be too late, but I'm pretty aware of what's on my person, and considering the situation with that can, like, there was literally not a single, like, I didn't even have, like, a weird second thought about anything crime-wise happening in Iceland, maybe besides drugs, but honestly, every fucking country and every society, like, has drugs related into it. Some way, shape, or form. So, I'm not surprised about that. But, over there, yeah, what I'd probably do is just have, like, my little satchel thing that I have, and, just use that, because it will be on my side all the time, and you would have to, like, tinker with the damn thing to open it, and you gotta go back there and find drugs. Back to Iceland and find drugs there. Honestly, it kind of, like, in some ways, it kind of walked up to me. I mean, there was some guy who, well, I guess it didn't really walk up to me, but, but some dude came up, during our conversation, at the pub with the Austrians, like, asking if we had any weed or anything, but, I did, but I wasn't gonna say I did. I wasn't gonna say that. So, because I didn't have it on me anyway. So I was just like, I wish, you know. But he was like, God damn. Well, I'll keep on the lookout and be like, let us know if you find somebody. I'll be down. I'll buy them a drink. I'll buy them a few drinks. Like, I actually was like, you know, I was like, fuck yeah, let's have, like, an awesome, good-ass time here in Iceland. Like, I want to, like, you know, show my camaraderie with my fellow European friends and shit, you know, that I've just made and stuff. Why the fuck not, you know? So, it was it was awesome. It was really some awesome shit that happened, but there's some dude that was, like, saying, you want cocaine and shit, and I'm like, what? Like, he was drunk and just gone. He looked like a major metalhead, like, black metal, that, like, he had, like, all sorts of crazy shit on him, and he was just like, you want to get again? I can find somebody. It's just gone. I'm surprised he was able to speak drunk English, let alone just English. It was just like, wow. But, that was just any sort of European identity ever being in ways bad. Well, I'd say the same thing for, you know, my Asian friends too, or like my Mediterranean friends, or my Slavic friends. Like, I'd say the same for any group. Like, it's just because I happen to be in Europe, it's full of fucking Europeans, and also, strangely, a lot of Asians there. A lot of Asian tourists, at least. I mean, I don't know if they're all from, like, China or something, or from all sorts of countries. I mean, it looks like especially from notice, I even talked to one or two of them, and a lot of them were from China. It seems like people in China like to, just visit the world and shit. And that's what I've noticed is, even my mom, when she visit London and Paris, she noticed there was a lot of Chinese tourism. So Iceland seems to be a big hit amongst the Chinese, I guess. So there was a lot of them too. And I talked to a couple of them too, and yeah, I could say, I'd say the same thing for them too. Like, because I have like this sense of like, hey, like, regardless of where the fuck you're from, I'd treat you as any other homie or whatever. I'd have a drink with you. I'd smoke a joint with you or whatever. Like, you're still a fucking human. So, I mean, it's like, whether you're like my European friends or like my fucking like Chinese friend, whatever. If I visit China, I'd say the same thing for them. It's like, I'm down to hang out with my Chinese friends over there and shit. Make some friends out there and have a few like Chinese alcoholic brews or whatever they got going on. Take a little sneak peek into Chinese opium den somewhere or some, mountain village. I don't give a shit. Like, like, why not? I'm always down for that type of shit. I probably wouldn't be trying to smuggle anything over there. I'd probably try to find it there. Because, I mean, that would be really risky considering Chinese, state, monitoring. It's, I don't know who would probably be worse, the U.S. or the China when it comes to, like, spying and monitoring its own citizens and shit. I'd probably say the U.S., but I don't know. China doesn't sound like a good country to do drugs and only drinking. Yeah, and the only reason why I say that is just considering how much of a surveillance state China is. And so it's like if you even have a slight slim like assumption that you might have done anything, they'll probably crack down on your ass. So it's just like, right, well, I'm gonna have to like kind of hold off on that one. Chinese or alcohol. So yeah, there's one thing I noticed is that when Asians drink, they drink and they party. I mean, because a lot of them can't, a lot of different ethnic groups can't actually handle their alcohol really because it was never a primary thing in their society or their culture as time evolved and shit. It never was a primary thing. Like Japan definitely had their stuff. They had sake and all that and various other things. And there's of course different types of alcohol, but it was never like to the extent of how it was today. It was like 2% to 3%, very light stuff. But I know that, I had this one teacher. He was actually a really young guy in a college, and it was a health class, and we were on the subject on alcohol and stuff. And he was saying how just the slightest, like one beer for him would be like 5 beers to like someone like me. He would get fucked. He would tell about like when he actually like half the unit talking about alcohol was honestly just him telling stories about like his crazy time when he got plastered. It was honestly hilarious. Dude, that health teacher I had in college was awesome. What was his name? I forgot his name, dude. What the fuck? God, his name was. Oh no, I remember. I won't say it here, but I remember now. But I won't say it here. I just realized I'm doing this, and I'll be like, probably shouldn't say it right. I shouldn't just like pop it out. But old world peoples have been exposed to alcohol longer than those of Africa and New World. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, because a lot of different European groups and shit, a lot of part of their diet was alcohol, including groups like Egyptians too. Even they a lot of their diet was a part of alcohol, so over time they adapted to be a little bit more resistant to alcohol and be a lot more tolerant of it, so they can just be fine. So yeah, well, I think this bowl's cashed enough to where I could probably pick out the bottom of the damn thing and just use my regular bowl, because geez, this thing is deep. This thing is deep, dude. Oh my god, like the bottom of this wasn't even smoked. It's still fresh on the bottom, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, man, I'm just gonna, like, use my regular bowl now. Jeez, Robert, you got an absurd fucking bowl. This bowl is like a party bowl, man. We gotta, like... Man, one of these nights, we gotta, like, load this fucker to the top and just smoke it and cheap it and cheap it and cheap it and cheap it. Just one night. Just get absurd with it. Like, I mean, you kind of have to. You can't even... Here. I mean, look how deep that goes, dude. It's like... There's the... Like, it's fucking absurd. It's just an absurd bowl. It's meant to look like Spider-Man, but he failed miserably on the eyes. So it just looks like a really weird-looking bowl. It's just like, what? Whoa. It's just crazy. It's like a Matrix with, like, white holes or something, dude. It's crazy. I'll just put it back where it was. Get mine back over here. Man, I can't believe, like... I'm about to light up a bowl. Nice, dude. Yeah. Joe's probably gonna get reelected. Oh my god, don't even. I don't even want to, like, acknowledge the fact that could be a thing. I know it could, but I'd just be like... I just couldn't. I prefer bongs to Sony Smoother. I do too. I've always been a bong guy myself. Is there on the Throne Wings? Yeah. Every now and then I'll get a really harsh hit out of a bong, but I don't really get it too often. Not that often. Every now and then I do. Like that bong, this one right here, the first hit it was a little harsh. The second one it was a little bit more tolerable, but that first one definitely kind of gave me a little, you know, a little something, something. I'm trying to just find a good spot for this fucking light. And right here, it's dim to the point where I just want another one. Ooh, can we get, like, can we use this one? This is a Bluetooth speaker, but I could turn on the light, maybe. Light. No! Well, bummer. It just needs to be charged, I guess. But, oh well, whatever. Can I try? Well, that definitely lit up pretty nicely. I think I'll just try to set this over here. I'll probably dim out really quick because it dimmed out already. Jeez. Made Israel great again. What the at least one American has to say to do. Oh, yeah. Trump's gonna get reelected. I bet you a JOP-sized joint. Oh my god. Hey, if we're able to make that bet in person, I'd take it. A JLP-sized joint? Is that like this fat of a joint and like this fucking thick? Because, alright. Alright. That's probably like what? Almost an ounce, maybe? Like what, this long? This thick? Yeah, probably. Well, you don't want it too thick, or else it'll be... Fuck. That would be a huge one, though. It'd be big. It'd be a biggin'. Oh my god. Hold on. There, there's the ashtray. I was like, where the fuck's the ashtray? Okay. I'm just like, oh jeez. Now, I just knowing the impending doom that bong gave me, and knowing that it didn't destroy everything that I smoked, it just looks all like partially smoked weirdness. I mean, it's like, it's not even like, straight up, it just looks, it's just, that's just like, what the fuck? That bowl is absurd. I love it though, but it's absurd. There we go. Okay. That was not working out really at all. I was sure, like, alright, time to load this thing nice and gently now. Get a little bit at a time, but nope, that was not working out, so I was just like, okay. Okay, don't cooperate. Oh man, this is gonna be absurd. This is probably gonna be partly harsh, I have no idea. I'm hoping no, but potential that it could be. Spraying the vaccine down as we sleep above the air. We need government vaccination drones. Dude, I couldn't agree with you more. Honestly, I am just like to the point where I am gonna just be authoritarian on like anti-vaxxers, dude. I just don't give a fuck. They are like, I just really do see them as like a threat to the public safety, and like, and it's just like an excuse to basically have some sort of like some sort of fucking crazy, you know, way to try to get, to basically just do child neglect and child abuse, basically. They're never going to say it, and they're not going to say that's their intention, and it, you know, never claim to be, but that's what it is. Purposefully having your child at risk for an infectious disease that could potentially kill them or stunt their growth and development is abuse. Full stop. An old acid dealer I had made YouTube chemtrail conspiracy video. Why? Oh my god. Did I know like those have been debunked like a while ago? I guess you did say had made YouTube chemtrail conspiracy videos, so that assumes he doesn't anymore. But oh my god. Still, that's kind of like absurd either way. Like, ah, jeez. Oh no. You little butter tongue. This cat over here, I caught her like licking our fucking butter. Dude, it's like, what's with cat? Like, what's with cats like licking butter? I know cats actually do this. Like, they like butter. It's so weird. I had to kind of like cut off the part she kind of licked, but it was just like, what the fuck? America's fucked up. I agree. There's no objection to that. Like this cat here. She's fucked up for licking fucking butter. Which I think is an epitome of American society. Let's lick some butter. Butter's a milk product after all. Fair enough, yeah. I just kind of like, oh yeah, well, fair enough, yeah. They crave milk and evolve too, like most mammals. Well, yeah, because, I mean, that's usually how that's the primary source when we're, you know, very young, still dependent on our mothers, is milk. So, that's what we need at first. And then after a while, once we start getting once we start teething and shit at that point, it goes for all mammals, you know, when that process happens, then eventually they'll be pretty much just fine to be able to start eating some other stuff, you know, start playing around and all that shit, so, yeah. Meg. I respond to that. Got a pretty little face. Yeah, you. Yeah, she's just like, just gives me just like this look of like, meh. Just like, meh. Utter disinterest.
Oh, shit.
So one of the very few mammalian species which retain mammary gland enlargement in the lung throughout lactation and pregnancy and estrus. Something I actually didn't really know too much about. That's cool. Want to hit? It sounds like you got like some soreness.
Meow.
I think I'll just load him one. Just be like, take this and shut up and take it. But I'll cash this out first.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, get out. Oh my god. This is why. That's why I have this when I'm trying to dump this thing out. It's just gonna be a red kernel. There's a lot of flammable things in there. I don't wanna get that all burning and smelling burnt paper. Female doctor now? Interesting. I need to get a biology class again. Because I need to start learning more about that. And like, evolutionary biology too. That'd be an awesome class to take. I'm gonna start this week reading into that book Once a Wolf. That'd be a really cool book to read. Well, which is why I got it, because it'd be a fascinating book. I think after that, man, I got too many books to start reading anyway. I got a large library, but I've only read like 3 of the however many books I got in there. It's just like, oh geez. I need to stop. I need to start reading them before I start. I think I have the same issue like TJ does, because I know he also reads a lot of books and he has a lot of them too. And I know he's said in the past where he's he will start reading 3 of them but never finish them because he's reading 3 of them and he has so many he'll start reading another one, and then it's just he'll read one, get through half of it, start reading another, go for half of that, start reading another. It's just I kind of have the same issue. It's just And also, I just have too many to choose from now at this point. I'm starting to get such a nice collection. It's just which one am I kind of curious to read through now? It's just I need to stop. I need to stop. It's just geez, I got too many to read right now. I need to do that over the summer, actually have a list of books to read and have a goal of when to complete them and stuff, and actually kind of talk about them, and to kind of keep me motivated on reading them. Because I've read Astrophysics for People in a Hurry, I've read Cosmos, I've read The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins, but those are the only 3 I've read. I haven't really read any others that I have in my library right now, so I need to read more of them. Listen to audiobooks in class in high school. Yeah, I've listened to a few of them. I don't know, I've never, as much as I listen to podcasts all the time and stuff, I've never really been able to, click with an audiobook as much. I don't know, maybe I just haven't listened to enough lately. Social media is reducing human attention span, no time for books. I mean, that's not even really my issue, it's for me, it's I'm sorry, Astrophysics. It's a good read. It is definitely a good read. I have it right here. Well, I can't. I mean, I can't tell, but I mean, I'm sure you do. But, but yeah, I mean, I got that stored away in my little library now. I mean, yeah, I think the only part I haven't read was just the very last couple paragraphs. But I mean, it was just pretty much a conclusion of everything else. So, I guess technically I've read 2 minus or 3 minus a few paragraphs of one, but I mean, it was just like at that point, I'm already done with it. So.
There we go. I found it somewhere.
Hey, you want to hit? Sounds like I got soreness. I'll put it right here. I'll take it on a plane with it edible. That sounds like an awesome plan. You might be able to read it all the way through the whole flight. I finished reading it on my way to Iceland, and then I started reading... Oh, well, okay, so here's one I read, like, 2 chapters of. Free Speech for Me and Not for Thee, because I brought that over with me to Iceland to read whenever we're just kind of hanging out and whatever. And when I was... I read a couple chapters on the plane after I finished astrophysics, and then after that, on the way back, I was actually listening to Deep Fat Fried live on Christopher Columbus. I was listening to that live on the plane using the plane's Wi-Fi, so that was a very interesting experience to talk in the chat while live, while in a plane 35,000 feet in the fucking air, while they're talking about the New World, and then Scotty came out and it's like, these motherfuckers talk about Leif Erikson, and I'm just like, he's talking to me. Oh, triggered. I'm just like, I'm triggered. I'm triggered now. I got a book, I got sources, we'll do this shit. I was trying so hard, I couldn't get everything out, but I was like, triggered.
Albeit very much in the way, kitty.
You didn't accept my offer. No exception of the offer. First line, every week there's a new cosmic major discovery. Yeah, there really is, and we had one a few days ago. Triggered. I mean, I wasn't literally triggered, but low-key I was like, oh my god, Scotty, you fuck. You're calling me and pretty much everyone else who joined me out. Like, I started it, and then others were joining me, and I'm just like, yeah. Skyrim, Belenoff, send the Nord's Caliber triggered. Basically, dude. Pretty much. Like, eternally, that's how I felt after I left that land. I'm like, what the fuck? But it was funny, though. I mean, it was pretty funny. Because, I mean, either way, it was still pretty cool to, like, you know, learn about Columbus and shit either way. It was still a fun, episode. It's still one of my favorite ones to like to listen to every now and then because of just the fun participation that was going on in the chat. That was great. And it was also just really fun to listen to it live while 35,000 some fucking feet in the air, you know, over Greenland and shit. Like, I was looking over Greenland as, you know, I was listening to this. I'm just like, motherfucker. I'm just like, motherfucker. I'm just like, what the hell? Oh, man, but, dude, Greenland, like, 35,000, like, feet in the air is something, dude. It's something. Like, it kind of took my breath away, dude. It was like, wow. Like, wow. Just thinking back at it now, I'm just kind of like, you know, it's just like, whoa, you know? And to know that those are fucking melting away. Greenland sucks. Oh, whatever. I mean, yeah, living in Greenland sucks, but Greenland in itself, naturally, in its just regular, normal form as Greenland, is it's something, dude. It's really something. And it's slowly receding and going away. Oh, man. I don't even want to think about that. I briefly stayed there a few months with my father in Nuuk. You actually were in Greenland. Wow. I wouldn't know why. I don't know what the fuck is up there. I mean, I would go there. You work for a Finnish subsidiary, Danish oil company. Huh. Interesting. That's actually kind of interesting. Depressing. Oh, man. I mean, I would go there for like a week, like for a few days as like a flyover, you know? Like, I'd stay there for a few days, check it out, and call it good. I'm just like, I'll check it out and call it good. Like, I wouldn't want to stay there at all for very long. It would be a place I'd just visit for a momentary time and just, like, wish everybody luck and, you know... Yeah, I just kind of see how they live there, you know? I'm curious how they... That's the only reason Denmark rolls onto it for fucking... Oh, my God. That's great. Well, I mean... Either way, I mean, it's still... I'd still want to go there just to kind of see how, like, the people live there, because it's is so inhospitable. Like, I mean, pretty much everything they get for food and everything is pretty much like imported, you know. So like, you know, I'd just be curious to see how it is. It'd be really interesting. It's melting fast. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to think about that. Oh my god. Ugh. It just angers me. Population has extremely high suicide rate. Oh my god. Highest in the world. Jeez. Is it really that depressing? I would think, like, Detroit would have, like, the highest in the world or something, dude. And I'm not even exaggerating on that. I honestly think something like Detroit or some shit would be like that. Or maybe, like, the Philippines or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing, like, a random guess that I think would probably actually be kind of accurate. But, Greenland, okay. At least a few years ago. Well, I don't know. It could be different now. We could check it out. But, I mean, I couldn't do it now, though. But, oh well. It'll be kind of interesting. I'll have to check it out, though. Kind of see what's all that about. I mean, at this point, I would think the U.S. overall probably does now. It's up there with Lithuania, Japan, South Korea, Finland, etc. I can actually understand Japan. I kind of get that because of... I mean, kind of because of part of their culture. I mean, because of their, like, how they view, like, work and honor and shit. They have a really high value of honor. And if, you know, in some ways, sometimes, you know, for them, like, the only way to redeem honor is literally, like, honorable suicide and shit. So I could kind of get that in Japan a little bit. South Korea, I'm actually a little like, wow, really? Finland... I mean, I could kind of get... I don't know. Japanese culture and nation is dying. I mean, yeah, I mean, they got severely low birth rates, and I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of, you know, like, issues with, like, mercury and probably the radiation from, for certain, parts of Japan, at least, you know, for, like, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, for the people affected from that. I mean... It's, you know, there's a lot of things that is, you know, disconcerting that's happening about that, you know, and I do, you know, kind of feel bad, you know, it's just like, I mean, you know, on one level, there's not much you can really do about it, I mean, but on another hand, it's like, well, I mean, I'm sure there could be, like, possible policy that could be put in place to try to help, you know, get the birth rates back up, but, I don't know. The average Finnish Swedish day during most of the year doesn't look like a fucking postcard. It's overcast. Hey, no, I don't object to that. When I was in Iceland, it was actually 50-50. Some of the places we were at looked like it came from a fucking postcard. Some of the places we were at was straight up overcast, snow, wind. I mean that, wind. A lot of fucking wind and rain. So, like, I would say a lot of inland, like the inlands of Iceland, like, the more inland you get, like, the more cloudy it kind of got. I fucking hated it there, really. Oh my god. Man, really? Jeez, is this seriously that fucking bad? I need the desert, man. Damn, that must be, like, kind of the Balkan part of you being like, I need my desert. Man, I don't mind the cold. I love the snow and shit. I'm solar powered, I'll die without it. It's like you have, like, a solar panel implant on your head. It's like, I need the sun, bro. I need it. But, yeah, dude, like, I mean, no, I get you on that part, but, like, I've always been a guy who can hang out in the snow and be kind of fine. I'll have to layer up a little bit, but, I mean, I'll be chill. I kind of like being out in the winter and stuff. I kind of like it like that. Or temperate. Like, the overcast, I'm okay with. I'm fine with that. Like, rain, I'm alright with. I mean, I live in an area that's like this, so I'm kind of used to it at this point, I guess. You know what I mean? So, I mean, for the desert, I'd just be like, you know, just fucking sweating my ass off. I'd be looking like a fucking burnt red lobster crisp, you know, like a Crispito or some shit. Like, it would be a bad day. I would have to, like, you know, I'd have to, like, endure for a while. I have to, like, adapt slowly. Like, like slowly migrate over to do that, I guess, you know. I don't mind it occasionally, just not half the year. I mean, I get you on that. Like, I wouldn't want, like, winter all year. Like, I wouldn't want that. Like, I wouldn't want to live in, like, somewhere like fucking, like, Svalbard or some shit, or Greenland all year. Like I just said, I'd visit those places for, like, a few days, but not, like, or at most a week. I don't like the heat either. I'm pale. We're pale people just like the sunshine. Yeah. Yeah, like, I do like the sunshine, too. Like, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy my days of sunshine. In fact, when I was in Iceland, when I was in the, when we went south to Vik, when we went to the black sand beaches and shit, it was a sunny day. It was just a bright, sunny day. There was very few clouds in the sky, and I just kind of took off my jacket and just had a t-shirt, and I just kind of sat in the sands and just kind of laid back and just kind of sunned myself and just listened to the Atlantic Ocean and kind of meditated a little bit, you know, to myself a bit. Just kind of like, you know, kind of closed my eyes for a moment, you know, and just kind of like, damn, you know, just kind of thought about, like, you know, just, I don't know, you know, I don't even really, like, it was just kind of, it was just a very, like, just kind of very surreal moment there, you know, for, you know, at the time, and it was just like, damn, loved it. And just, you know, and it was just sun just there, just, you know, just doing his thing, you know, sunning myself. It was just nice. And then, like, 5 minutes later, we're like, hey, we gotta get going, come on. And I'm like, god damn it, I want to be here. This is peaceful. I'm at peace. I'm at peace. Leave me alone. I look half Irish. Well, yeah. I definitely am quarter Irish, so I got a little bit in me. Half of Svalbard's population are Old Guard Norwegian. He was near half a recently arrived alcoholic Russian government contract and mine workers. Oh my god. That sounds like such an awful blend. You got, like, recent Russian alcoholic contract workers, and then Old Guard Norwegian ass motherfuckers. Oh my god. What a strange combination. Like, the Old Guard Norwegians are like, these fucking communists, they're coming. They're coming to take over. And they're just like, we just want to drink vodka and fucking mine shit. We don't give a fuck. It's just like, fuck you. We don't give a shit. It's just like, oh no, what's going on? Oh my goodness. I feel like the clouds are obscuring the hits me on. I feel trapped. I have claustrophobia situation. Huh. See, my mom got a little bit of, like, a little bit of that claustrophobia thing. I don't really get that, really. I never have really been able to kind of, like, understand it that much. I always like kind of, like, you know, kind of like being cocooned sometimes. Like, whenever I go to bed, literally, I'll cocoon myself and just have my head popping out and just be like, meh. Just be like, I'm at peace. Like, I've never really felt that much. I mean, I'm not, and then, you know, but I've never been, like, the opposite. I forgot what the opposite's called. What was it called? Like, man, I forgot what the opposite, where you're afraid of, like, big expansiveness and shit, and, like, being in the open or whatever. I don't get that either at all. Like, I mean, I'm just, like, I'm fine with either way. I mean, I could be, like, or I can just be, you know, just expanded out. It kind of depends on the mood, I guess, because some days I'll be like, I need to, like, be open place, open space area, field, or something. And then some days I'll be like, I can be in my room and just cocooned up, you know, wrapped up like, meh, you know, just be like, just be fine. Agoraphobia, thank you, yeah. Yeah, like, I don't got that either. So, I mean, it's just like, I understand it, though, because my mom has a little bit of the claustrophobia thing. Like, sometimes she'll just have, like, her blanket just on her, and she'll be like, oh my god, you know, start freaking out or whatever. I'll be like, hey, you're fine or whatever. I'll just be like, you know, let's take it off her real quick or whatever, and she'll be like, alright, I'm fine. Because, you know, she'll be panicking. She won't be able to, like, just whip it off real quick, because she's like, I gotta, like, you know, make sure I'm breathing or whatever. I'm like, you're fine, here, let me take it off you real quick. You're fine, chill. Smoke a J or something, chill, you're okay. Brett's agoraphobic. Yeah, I don't know if he really is truly agoraphobic, because I've heard he's been out in public and outside before. And also he's made videos outside before, so I don't know if he's truly like that, but I don't know. I mean, he could be. I mean, I don't really pay too much attention to Brett anymore, really, not much. But every now and then I delve into him, see what's up. Even UK, Ireland is usually cloudy, bleak most of the year. Oh, yeah. When my mom was there, she said that there's definitely a lot of clouds and rain. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured. He ain't. I mean, it is possible to overcome fears and shit like that, but you know, to the point where like, hey, I'm not like suffering from this phobia anymore. That is possible, but I don't think he ever was. I think that was just an excuse to just not go out or anywhere. He's just lazy as fuck. Sends Dorn to the general. Oh my god. Yeah, that's just a little... That's just kind of ridiculous. It's like, come on. Like, on some aspects, like, I wouldn't necessarily call myself lazy, but more or less, I guess, a procrastinator. But it's like, if I wanted to hardcore be, like, lazy procrastinator status, I could, like, I can make my friends get shit for me or something. Or I can, like, have them hook me up with stuff or whatever. I mean, you know, it's just like for basic shit like that, like, hey, I need to get food. Go get it then, and it's not that hard. Most of his meals come from Dollar General, cheap strip mall Chinese buff. No joke, that's what he will always be eating. Oh man, you know he's got a multitude of health problems on that alone. That alone. Like, he could exercise, he could be outside all the time, he can, like, be fit as fuck, and even with that, he will have a multitude of health problems of that diet alone. Oh my god. Oh man. Like, every now and then I delve into that type of shit, just very rarely. Just for a quick little thing. But, man, dude. That's just not good for you. That's just like some dangerous shit. That's like you're trying to, like, slowly kill yourself at that point. Like, oh my god. Man, dude. Wow. Man, like, that's why I can get that situation. I get that when it comes to, like, food and stuff, because I know, early childhood growing up, my mom used to have, it's just kind of family overall growing up. We used to have kind of have a show every now and then with food every now and then, you know, like, we always go get fast food instead growing up. And as I started growing up and kind of realizing, like, how bad it was for you, I started to become a super major advocate, being like, hey, we should at least try to find alternatives for better substances around here, you know, overall, for at least substance for food. And overall, it's just, you know, been better, but it's just like, damn. It's like, man, like, it's tough, dude. It's tough to, like, try to find shit that's good, because, like, that's, like, the worst you can get, but it's still, like, that gray area and that middle ground of all that other shit is still not good. Like, if you want to actually, like, you know, have some good food for or substance or whatever, you gotta, like, actually fork shit over for money. That's fucked up, and that shouldn't really be the case, and I hate how that is in the first place, but it's like, we're pretty much, like, given preservatives and pesticides and all sorts of other bullshit, and that's very disconcerting, considering what that can do for our health. And we're starting to see a lot of that. You know, we're starting to see a lot of those chickens come home to roost now. We're starting to see a lot of people come back with a lot of fucking problems with their health when it comes, because of that, because of all that. And a lot of it is indirectly incidental. Like, you know, it's like people don't even necessarily mean to, but just is. It's very disconcerting, and it's concerning for me too, because it's like, you know, what other weird shit, you know, could I potentially be, like, putting in besides, like, what I'm just eating? Like, it's not just what I'm eating that's in there. There's probably something else that I should probably be, you know, thinking about. But kind of hard to when you got a little hungry stomach. From what I can recall, we're just in Dorn's family. Used some Mexicans around Festus who sold weed. Logan sell to him directly. My goodness. I mean, I know he smokes weed, dude. It's Brett King. Of course he does. It's the individual. Well, I should have just smoked that. Damn. That was a glorious one. Showed a gas station bong a wife for brother boss took him once. Like 2010, 11. I love those gas station bongs. I remember I got one. And literally, we didn't even get a chance to use it really that much yet. But it already had a crack, but it was not noticeable because of the design on it. On the very bottom of the beaker. And it just literally, right when we started filling water, just started slowly leaking. And at first we didn't realize it, but as soon as we started taking a hit off of it, it just went, just popped off like a lid. And all that water went, and some smoke went, you know, it's gonna start puffing out, and it was just like, I just looked at it like, motherfucker. I'm just like, are you kidding me? That was when Brett was in his grunge industrial rock phase, when he was trying to become an author. Isn't he still trying to become an author? I still gotta get one of his books. I honestly do kind of want one of his books. Since you need to interview Brett one more fucking time. Drunken Peasants, I mean, that would be interesting. It would be with Billy and Ben. So I don't know. It'd be interesting. I would be kind of curious to see what would happen from that. I'm sure he'll probably keep mentioning Walls Ego and TJ situation, the Amazing Atheist situation. He'll probably like try to keep, you know, talking that. Brett's less popular now than back then. Well, of course he is now. He's kind of fallen into obscurity. I mean, most people don't really. I mean, most people just notice that he's kind of fallen off the edge now. He's kind of, in a sense, kind of lost his edge. He was honestly the first first big atheist YouTuber. Oh, no shit, man. Wow. See, there's a lot there's still things I don't know everything about him. And it's just like, wow. I'll pass a peace pipe with Brett. I would too, man. You know, I was seeing on Paul's Last Ideology. He's like, I'd smoke a J with Brett and drink something with him and whatever. It's like, I would too. It's like, cause he's still a dude. And honestly, it's like, I mean, for him and I, it's like there's not even any communication. But with them, it's like they were rivals and shit. And it's kind of cool to be like, hey, we had some shit before, but we can talk it out. Let's have a J. Let's just talk. And it's just like, yeah. Because that's like, I feel like this, like, having conversation is way better than having conflict, in my opinion. So I always try to go for conversation first, see if, before trying to do actual, like, confrontation and shit. Brett's honestly a nice guy as long as they're not in drama with him. Yeah. I mean, and sometimes he will kind of create it, and sometimes he doesn't, so. He never did wrong by me, but he's a scumfucko. Yeah, that's what I mean, like, because sometimes he has tried to instigate it sometimes, and also he'll just, like, flip sides like that with people, so, I mean, yeah. I mean, there was a time when I was kind of thinking about, like, hey, I kind of want to get talk, kind of, like, communicate with him and talk and shit, be kind of interested. But, nah. I mean, he already kind of fell out, so I mean, it wouldn't really do much. But yeah, but you know, he's definitely, you know, he's got his reputation for a reason. I've talked for probably 8 years. Damn. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of interesting how small even the internet world can be sometimes, man. It's like it's so massive, but yet can be so small. It's just really interesting because I'll like. I go like I was on earlier on the last stream. I was visiting Pull the Trigger, not J-Doc, but the other one. There's two of them, and on that one, I was seeing names that I've seen, in all sorts of other communities too. Even it's just like, what a weird small world, It's just like, damn. He's just a broke nigga trying to make a buck off the internet. And having some fun trolling and gaming while killing time. No, you sent Bobby need UBI. Yeah. UBI definitely will be able to give the option for people to kind of expand on their own personal hobbies and interests and stuff. Like, because if there was UBI, I can have that consistent income to always have like a set, like, alright, well, I'll use this to help invest in this. So I wouldn't necessarily need like Patreon and stuff like that. I probably still would have it just because, it's extra quiche Lorraine, you know what I'm saying? If I was Prez, I'd cut the nigga gummit check like a fine Catalonian steak. Oh my god, damn son. Not a Kobe steak? I heard Kobe's got some, like, actual Kobe beef. It's got some fine flavor to it. Like, there's Kobe beef at our store, but if you want to get actual Kobe beef, you have to go to, like, Japan where they have the Kobe cows and shit. So... At least that's from what I've heard. I mean, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, honestly. Honestly, don't. Because, I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure if you want to get actual, like, Kobe beef, you have to, like, go there. Kind of like if you want to get, like, some good-ass, like, horse or something, you should probably go to, like, some European country or something. Like Iceland. I'm sure horse here probably would taste a little different. Or I learned the other day that some steakhouses do serve horse. Some out there. I don't know if there's any in Oregon, but maybe there is, maybe there ain't. And if there is, I'll definitely have to get myself. I tried Kobe beef once. It was definitely good. Not worth the price at all, though. Yeah. See, if you want to have actual Kobe beef around in the States at all, it gets imported. So they have to freeze it and have it shipped from Japan. And it costs a fuck ton to eat it because it gets imported all the way over there. I'm sure if you go to Japan, it's probably a lot cheaper. Like, that's why I'm saying, if you want to get genuine Kobe beef, and, probably horses are not for eating. I'm sorry. I had it once, and it's really good. It was pretty good. What was that flag anyway? The Albanian flag? I'm surprised. I would have done like the Mongolian flag or something for like Genghis Khan and shit. If it's a Mongol horde, what would like the flag? Like what would Attila's be if he had one? Like Turkmenistan, I guess. I don't know. I guess Attila is technically like what? What is Attila's like ethnicity? That is interesting. I never really thought about that. You American produce beef, but producing Kobe style is overrated. Horse meat is haram. Damn. Hey, I've tried. Hey, it's pretty good. I'm sorry. It's like tender as beef, but the flavor is I can't explain it. It's like it's good. Attila was Mongolia. Okay, I figured. Because it's like, where the fuck else were, like, damn, so the Mongols had, like, 2 mass invasions, dude. It was Attila and then, Chinggis. Shit, dude. Damn. Damn. Let's turn it off so it brighten itself up again. And it did. Oh, this one's just not even lit at all. I'll just turn that off, see? It does no difference, so yep. Not even point keeping that on. This chair is so fidgety. Oh, man. I hope we get rid of this fucking thing. I tried horse, it was good. Why don't you just eat a dog, you fucking cunt? I mean... I don't know, would I? I mean, I've tried shark before. I mean, I've tried all sorts of different things. So, I mean, I'm not really afraid. I've tried squid. I've tried octopus before. I've tried, obviously, horse, beef, chicken, pork, obviously. Different types of fish. Like... No judge, all okay, babe aside. It's all good, dude. Just joking. Hey, no, it's all good, dude. It's all good. I'm just like, I'm actually wondering, would I actually? I mean, I guess it will have to depend on the situation, I suppose. Like, I wouldn't want to go to China to go eat dog there, because I would know that that's, like, that dog did not have a good life at all. And also, it was probably just brutally, like, butchered and then, like, skinned alive or some shit. I don't even want to, like, no. Like, I want to do it. I want to eat it there whatsoever. But, like, if there was, like, you know, I don't know, like, a fine restaurant or whatever, and they just had, like, some mutton or whatever, you know, like a little, like a dog mutton or something like that, I'd be like, alright, I guess I would try it out. I mean, I probably wouldn't do it again, but I'd try it out. Like, let's say there's, like, a survival situation, and I need to survive, and there's, like, a wild dog or, like, a wolf or some shit, and I am able to survive and kill it or whatever. Like, I'd eat that. Like, that's grub for me. Like, I mean, it's just like, I need to survive, I'm eating that. Dogs and horses too, maybe, in their emotions for me. Yeah, like, like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't do it on a regular basis. Like, I want to eat horses on a regular basis now. Like, it's a every now and then thing for me. Like, it would be like something I kind of cherish every now and then. Like, it's something I'll just kind of every now and then just be like, you know, but not like often. And dogs, I'd probably do like once, or survival situations or some shit. But I don't think I'm gonna find myself in that type of situation at all. But you never know. Who knows? You never know with the future. I mean, it doesn't hurt to be a prepper either. Richard Spencer's a vegetarian argues butchering animals is unethical. Pretty funny. I guess it depends how you butcher them. I mean, if you're, like, taking cows and, like, hanging them, like, you know, up from these fucking, you know, shackles or some shit, and, like, taking a fat chainsaw, cutting them half alive or some disgusting fucking shit, like, yeah, let's not do that. Like, let's ban that and make it illegal, please. But, like, if, you know, you got, like, just an open, you know, pastured ranch or some shit, you know, full of cows or whatever, one of them's just old or, you know, recently just has a broken leg, lived like 20-some years, I don't know what the maximum age for a cow is, but however long, and it's like, well, might as well use you for food, and just like quickly, put in most ethical as possible, put it out of its misery, and just do what you gotta do and get the meat out and stuff, and also you could potentially sell the bones for to do ivory work and stuff like that, like bone work and bone carving and things like that. I don't know why I said ivory. That's for elephants and shit, not cows. I don't whatever. But my dog's sweet. That's too much of a friend to butcher a dog. Yeah, I couldn't eat. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like it depends on the situation. Like, I mean, that's why I want to go out of my way to do that. Like to go eat a fucking dog. I want to go out of my way to do that at all. Like, I mean, it would have to just depend on very specific scenarios, and most of them rely on like if shit went down and I have to go survive in the woods or something, and I go get in an encounter or whatever. But chances of that happening is like kind of zero right now, so I don't really got to worry about that. So I'm good. I'm good on eating dogs. I think I'm okay. I'll pass on that. I mean, like I said, if there's like some random little fancy steakhouse and they have like a little bit of dog loin or some shit, I'd try it. I'm a hypocrite though. Yeah, I eat chickens, cows, pigs. Yeah, and in a lot of ways, I mean, those animals have a lot of different emotions to themselves. Maybe not, as, cognitive or sentient as, dogs or horses or anything like that. But, they still do. But, it's just like, for me, as long as that, it's just kind of a very complicated thing, like, because honestly, it's just how cycle of life works. There's predators and shit that don't give two fucks how it kills you either. Like, it will probably go bite your neck, but if it butchers your jugular, it don't give a shit. It's gonna let you bleed out and suffer all that pain, and it's gonna let you die miserably, like with like its fangs ripping right through your throat, like some jaguar or some shit. Like, it ain't gonna give a fuck. You're gonna die slow. You're gonna die quick, but it's gonna be painful, Or like a snake, or like some rattlesnake or some shit. They don't give a fuck, and that's gonna be a painful death. You're gonna die slow with the venom. It's not gonna be pretty. Like, I mean, I guess in a sense, like how you die won't be pretty anyway. But and then there's like a shark that will just like just like take a fat chunk out of your arm and don't give a fuck. You could bleed out and die from that. So, I mean, nature's brutal. Like, I mean, and it don't give a shit at all. It doesn't. It don't give a fuck if a fucking tree fell on your ass. Like, that's just how it happened, Like, so, it's just that, we are able to kind of, think a lot more, rationalize a lot more about it, but, it's just like, for me, as long as we can, at least for the animals that are in captivity, kill them in the most humane way possible, that's the best way I can, put it, I guess. Like, ban and make, the most unethical ways of, doing so, outlaw and illegal, and abolish that, and just try to put, in place the most ethical ways to do so, essentially, I guess. I mean, I don't know what that would be, but that. So, I mean, I could get ideas. Like I mentioned an example earlier, like animals at a really old age and is about to die anyway. I mean, that can happen. I mean, or there's like a certain age where, they're the most ripe, and then you can just, do it. There's ethical ways, to do so, in a sense. What horse tastes like? It was a tenderloin. And, how's it prepared? Kind of like a steak. It was like a steak, and it tasted like a very juicy, savory steak. For the tenderness and shit, it was like about as tender as bison, I would have to say. Like, cause I've had bison steak before, and that's really tender. Like, it's not like hard to cut through, but it's like, it's like you have to like, you have to cut through it a little bit to kind of, actually cut through it. So, it takes a little bit, but yeah, it was pretty good. And this garlic fucking, oh my god, oh man, if I go back, I'm going to that steakhouse. Oh my god, oh, so good, so good. I'm sure some venom would be quick. The Australian Colmosk snail dart venom is like fentanyl opioid, very depressive, slow breathing and whatnot. There's worse ways to go. Yeah. Oof, yeah. True, yeah. There's worse ways. I was just making an example of rattlesnake. That's not as bad compared to other shit. It's still bad, but I mean, or brown recluse. That won't necessarily kill you unless you're allergic. But that will, oh my god, that will fuck you up. I mean, I've seen pictures of what it's done to, I've seen a picture of someone who got bit, I think they got bit, right here on their hand. And it showed, a week later, and his whole thumb was rotted away. Like, the skin all around here and shit rotted away. There was still, dead, muscle tissue, but it was fucked up. It was just what the fuck? A spider did that. It was just, wow, whoa. I mean, I still remember that. It's just what the fuck? A spider did that? Jeez. That kind of, it was whoa. That's why, I don't let spiders necessarily crawl on me unless I know you're not gonna fuck me up. Like an orb weaver that we have, orb weavers are common here. Pretty common around here and shit. And, I'm fine with them walking on me, because they're not harmful. They're pretty harmless, if anything. They just mind their business on their webs, but if they happen to be wandering around somewhere, I'll be like, hey, what are you doing? I'll just check you out. Does damage tissue, just blast nerve signals. Really? I mean, I'm sure it must have been a different spider then, because, it definitely was a spider bite, because I remember the whole thing, the little snippet being about a spider bite, and that was, showing, some pictures about, the dude who got his hand totally fucked up from a spider bite. So, maybe it wasn't a brown recluse. Maybe it was something different. Maybe it was a different spider. Oh. No, I mean cone snail. Oh, well, I was talking about the brown recluse. Well, maybe it was. I don't know. Now you get... Reminder messages. Well, I was reading those earlier about the... Whoops. Make Carl moderator. You're already a moderator, aren't you? Oops. What is going on here? Get out of here. There we go. Ah! There we go. Jeez. Mr. Primary research into cone snail venom. Oh, this one. Okay, I didn't read that one. There's primary research into using cone snail venom as severe pain medication to replace fentanyl. I would be interested in seeing what that's all about, actually. I'd actually be kind of curious. Okay, so that's what that comment's about. Okay. I was just like, you got me all mixed messages. What the fuck? But, okay, now I get it. Alright. I was just like, what? Oh my god. God fucking damn it. Man, next time I happen to see J-Dark anywhere on YouTube, on the YouTube sphere, I gotta be like, bruh, thanks. I gotta be like, thank you, dude. Man, I still got it, wherever he happens to be. I don't know why I keep, doing, a very weird, not even accurate accent of him, or whatever. I take it off of Paul. I'm, ripping Paul's weird accent of him. Oh, well, I don't even know. This community roasts each other very friendly, anyway. I mean, look at us. I mean, we're part of that. I mean, it's just been a one-on-one thing, a little stream here tonight, but whatever. But, hey. It's late at night anyway. I didn't honestly expect it to be this late anyway, but whatever. Most antivenoms can have some possible use as medications. I bet. Honestly, I mean, I think there's some tribes and shit, and like some like like more nomadic type of cultures and shit that haven't really been that touched by by the modern world that much yet. That still rely on like a lot of natural medicines and shit. Some of them have venom involved with it too, so it definitely does. Like, I mean, if some of these cultures and shit that have been doing this for who knows how fucking long, that have kind of figured it out, then let's get the actual scientists to check it out and see what actually is about this shit, that could potentially be useful. I mean, when we were looking about jellyfish and shit with the Deledotoxin and shit, or the Komodo dragons, I think it was. There was some animal that there was a stream a while back we were looking at, and we were looking at like venom about like jellyfish or something, and then some animal, but we were looking at like some of the toxins of it and how it actually would have some medical benefits and stuff. So it was actually definitely a very interesting thing to look into. I think the one I was looking at had some minor like psychedelic type of medicinal use, I think. If that's true, that'd be kind of curious and really interesting. But I forgot all the major details. But I know I know a stream a while back where we're looking into it a little bit and kind of delved into it and just saw some of the research benefits. I think it was Deledotoxin, if I remember right. And I forgot what animal we initially were. I think it was jellyfish, if I remember right. What animal? I don't even remember. I forgot what animal it was initially that got us into that on that stream. That I'm blanking on, but I remember though one time we were there was a stream where we kind of delved into it a little bit. I forgot how it all initially got started, but I know it happened. So I forgot which stream. I'll have to look back and see which one it was. But it was more of the recent ones. I think it was the one. It was like probably from the ones last week. Pufferfish. Yeah, that was right. Pufferfish. Yeah, because I remember now because it was something about dolphins getting high off of pufferfish. I remember now. Yeah, it was about that. I remember we saw a video about dolphins getting high off pufferfish. 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 And and then I was like, well, why is that? And then, oh, it's their toxin and shit. Oh, what does their toxin do? Oh, well, there's actually some research and development about that. Yeah. Which is still really fascinating, really cool. It's just like, wow. I mean, if we could, I mean, it's really fascinating how there's so much, potential with, our ecosystem and the biodiversity and, what we can, use to take advantage of and, be like, and use for our own advantages and stuff. It's really fascinating. And also just really cool. Yeah, but I forgot which stream that was, but yeah, I remember we were, went into a whole thing about that. Getting this pizza. It's been just munching on this away over time. It's still warm. Awesome. The Rubin Report. Oh my god. It's just some new nonsense about the Rubin Report I should be concerned about. Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess it was probably just the usual. I'd assume it'd probably be the usual. Oh my god, what the fuck? Jeez. Oh my god, that was kind of out there. Oh my god. Wow. Welcome to the Rubin Report. Next up, I'll have Ben Shapiro to explain how single-payer healthcare has been defeated as socialism in the battle of ideas. The Rubin Report, he's such a dork, dude. Like, that guy is such a dork. Like, can we just bring dork as, like, an insult again? Can we just bring that back and actually like give it some good, honest fucking value again? Like, oh my god. Ugh. Like, cause he's a fucking dork, dude. Dave Rubin is a dork. A major dork. There's no way we can pay for it. Taxpayers. Big corporations. Tax those. Oh my god. You could totally tax big corporations to pay for single payer. And you can also just tax taxpayers. You can just use taxpayer money. So radical. So dorky. Rave Dubin, you're a dork. Next up, I'll have Dennis Prager to explain why America needs to show solidarity with the Judeo-Christian values within Israel. It's pretty much. Am I doing it right? Am I doing the Rave Dubin correctly? I kind of had to kind of go mumble there for a little bit because it's just like, you know, at a certain point it's just mishmash and mush. It's just like whatever. At a certain point it becomes whatever. It's like mush. That's what it is. I'm Dave Rubin. Ah! God damn it. I hate these fucking trays sometimes. Oh my god. Wow. Sad. Utmost of sad. Sad. Wow. Wow. Well, tis just be one moment. I gotta stop fucking doing that. Just gotta learn to just deal with the weed on my fingers. Well, it's on the shirt. I sort of have a... Oh my god. Okay, well, it's not on my jacket, so I think I'll just take that off to reduce chances of bullshit happening. I'll do this very gently now. Come on. Okay. Okay, now I got this. Okay. Now that has to go that way. Okay, that's step one. Step two. Jesus H. Christ. Oh my god. Frustration, dude. I just had a minor spillage of some marijuanas, and it happens to be on my shirt and pants. So, frustration is upon me. What was that comment anyway? You know, it's battle of ideas, the market of capitalism, the true golden age of frontier of God's grid. Oh my god. No! I'm gonna be TJ now. Just no! No! Just no. Okay? Just no! No. Okay. I got most of that dealt with. Oh, shh. Okay, I got the shirt weed dealt with. The shirt weed has been dealt with. Now the pants weed. Oh man, I'm glad I didn't really lose any. I guess. Did any fall? Wow, it all kind of fell on my lap, I guess. Cool, that's a good thing. Okay. I gotta just gently move right like this. Oh my god, this is so weird. Okay. We're good. We are Gucci. We're Gucci gang. I bet you're having a fun time watching me struggle. Struggle horribly to gather the weed on myself. Oh yeah. Success. Alright. Hells yeah. Recovered that shit. Hell yeah. Recovered. It's actually kind of nice in here. I don't even feel like I need my jacket. I can see my whiteness. I could probably use this light back now. There we go. Doesn't do much anyway. Yeah, it really doesn't. It doesn't at all. Ah, man, there needs to be a lighting resolution in here, dude. We need a resolution to fix the lighting in here. Like, I still vote we get, like, just white Christmas lights to just dangle as, like, a box in this area to light it up a little bit. Or something, I don't know. I bet Shapiro and the Reuben husbands have a gay Jewish threesome. I bet they do. You know what? No. Ben Shapiro just watches from the sidelines and his wife gets in that threesome. The Reuben husbands get a little exploreful. They get a little curious and explore a little bit. They let her get her peg going, you know what I'm saying? Let her get her peg on. That's what they do. That's what's happening there. I tell you what. What? I tell you what. There we go. Just turn it off for a moment and it comes back on. Alright. Is there any in there? Nope. I need to change that water again. Jesus Christ, I just realized that. All the same senators emerge in the American political climate and they don't even want to tax aid and weapons. Oh, man. I was hearing my dad the other day being like, man, I remember when Obama was like snubbing Israel and shit. Didn't really do anything for them. They're like our closest ally. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's like, I'm legitimately like, what the fuck? Like, such boomer logic, bro. The boomerism, dude. The boomerism. It's too much. The boomerism is insane. Boomerism. Boomers going crazy. Hey, why is boomerism? Oh yeah, boomerism, boomerism. Boomerism, boomerism. I just want to do that. I don't even like using the label. I just love doing it sometimes. You know how I am about labels. I don't like really using them to project upon others. Because it just means so much. Think about it. If Jews pour into a Western liberal democracy, a strategic advantage. Wait, hold on, what? Oh, right. I mean, in the sense that they're working as a cooperative, sure. Though I think that just is just because that type of philosophy, I think, just it has an advantage on its own naturally. I mean, it makes sense that Jews hold that position just considering, you know, their historical background. Like, I can get that, but it doesn't give them the right to be fucking, you know, basically buying off, you know, an entire country, basically, you know, to do their whims. So, well, I guess that goes for the country, not necessarily the people. Because there's Jews who are anti-Zionist, too. And Jews who literally don't give a fuck. And there's Jews who just are, you know, just there, just being themselves. And there's Jews that don't even know they are. They just want to have no identity, and no loyalty to each other. Loyalty to each other. Yeah, it's kind of a dumb hypocrisy. I mean, I don't necessarily have any issue, like, I mean, it would have to depend on what it means to have, like, no, I mean, like, identity, I can understand how it's important, because, I mean, it's not really as really important to me, because my identity is, like, me, you know, it's just me. But, you know, then whatever attributes to me is a part of that, essentially. But, yeah. Man, I kind of get what you mean on that point. They want to empty the Middle East so they can have Lebanese themselves to get revenge on Europe. See what religion does to people. And then there's like Christians that don't even give a shit about the whole Jewish thing. They just want that so Jesus returns for their end times, and it's just like, oh my god. And then there are Jews who just want the greater Israel just because they know that will just like hopefully get their Messiah to first now show up. It's just like, oh my god. So end times. I mean, I guess on one level, I mean, they are trying to, make their prophecy true. But just because it's written in some old-ass, dusty tome doesn't mean it should become true. Like, it's going to become true. It's like, how about we don't? Like, how about no? Like, if it's going to be, how about we reverse that? Because that sounds like not good. Gaza. Oh, yeah, I know, dude. That just anchors me. That's just fucking... Isn't it the Golan Heights is the annexing? Because isn't that part of, like, the, contested by Syria or some shit? Or Syrian land? Not contested by Syria, it's contested by them, but... Or it has claims by Israel, but it's Syrian land, isn't it? I can't remember. Yeah, I think so. I remember something about some land annexed by Syria, from Syria to Israel. Not, willingly. Israel's just like... just kind of swipe it, because fuck it. The U.S. is our ally. What are you going to do, faggot? That's what they think. They can just get away with it. And you know what? Makes sense. Yeah, that's the name of the place. Stupid shit. Damn. Like, honestly, like, the only way for anything to really do change is, like, if, on, like, a whole global society, like, we change in the sense of, like, how we view each other. Because nothing will ever get done if we continue this tribalistic nature of, oh, you come from a different land, so thus... you are a lesser being for whatever reason, whether it be because of genetics, resources, whatever. I was talking to a man at a local Middle Eastern deli grocery restaurant, converted from Islam to Orthodox, because training out baseball. Why can't he stop being retarded? I know, dude. I gotta get Christopher Hitchens' book, Religion, Rhythms, Everything. I gotta get a few Hitchens books, man. Because, it's not even in the sense, like, oh, I want to get them just because, I want, like, more reasons for myself to hate it. It's just, like, because... I need to, like, there's so much about the psychology and sociology of religion in itself that I, can't always 100%, like, get through. I understand so much. I understand a lot of it, and pretty well already, because I grew up in a religious household, too. So, I understand it, but there's still a lot about it that, I still need to kind of learn to challenge it, too. Or to at least, criticize it when possible. But it's just such a, man, it's, like, it just would have Hitch slapped Shapiro and Peterson out of Overton window. Oh! Dude, he would have, man. Oh, I love Hitchens. Yeah, I mean, it's just, like, what the fuck I was just about to say? I was something about I remember now. Like, it's very, I just get so, it just can, you know, on some level, I'm still, like, perplexed on, like, how such fairy tales swindle people so easily. I mean, because there's so many different walks of life and different walks of people that hold that irrational belief, and it really does perplex me utterly, because I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's, you know, that, you know, always been, you know, very curious to me, like, because I understand, like, the aspect of the fear or the unknown, but I mean, with the fear of the unknown aspect, that, in a sense, I guess, it's just like, you know, yeah, there are some things that I kind of am like, you know, not necessarily fearful of, but I'm a little like, you know, like, it's not even fear, it's more of just curiosity. I mean, and we naturally are curious, so I mean, it's just like, I don't know, like, I mean, for people who are in that boat, like, I feel like they're some of the ones who are more easily able to be, like, deconverted in a sense, because in a way I feel like at least those ones, they're looking for, I feel like, in a way, an actual rational, like, or at least an actual logical, like, you know, backing behind what, you know, is of their actual world and stuff. Like, in a lot of, I feel like a lot of these type of people are, you know, just culturally religious. Like, they're just kind of religious by name, and they say, yeah, oh yeah, I believe in God or whatever, but they deep down don't necessarily do, because they don't really care that much. They just kind of want to, you know more about their own world and shit and stuff in some level, and that's just kind of what filled it in, you know, just because of what, you know, where they've grew up in and stuff. So, I mean, you know, for those type of people, you know, I can see that. I mean, you know, I think, you know, you and I are probably good examples of that, you know, because I'm a very curious person, and, you know, and I've learned really early on, or, you know, taking science classes and stuff for school, and just watching science documentaries all the time growing up as a kid, watching, like, shows like Star Trek and shit, even Stargate when that was a thing. I mean, just watching all the shows always got me very curious and fascinated with science and the science fiction and, you know, cosmos and the unknown and stuff. And, you know, early on, kind of got me hooked on that idea. So I've never been, you know, kind of in that boat, you know, really. But you know, at first I was, because I never really, you know, like early on, I never really was. But, you know, later on, eventually being exposed to that got me more curious, because I kind of started eventually having an outlet. I kind of got it early on, but most people, you know, even up to, like, you know, my age now don't. So, you know, for a lot of different people, they, you know, it's that. And also, I know for a lot of people, I know it's for, like, you know, they don't know what's after, you know, this life, so they're just like, oh, well, maybe there's something afterwards or whatever. But for that one, I think you just have to go back to the first, because it's like, well, there's, you know, instead of having a fear of the unknown, there should be curiosity. And I think, you know, there are actual neurologists and people in the science fields that actually are curious about, like, you know, well, what is our, you know, what actually can potentially happen, you know, during the sequence of death and afterwards and stuff. I mean, and it's still so complex, and there's things that we still need to learn about. Like, I mean, so I get the idea of trying to be like, well, there's ideas and stuff, and I kind of get get it with having the thoughts about it and stuff. I do, you know, I'll admit to that too every now and then, but I don't believe in them necessarily, because there's no evidence for it, you know, and that's the whole point. Like, I think we should always try to, you know, look, you know, for the people who are actually professional in these fields to study it, and trying to see what they say, because they're the ones who are actually professions, you know, to learn about this type of stuff. And if they still don't know, then, you know, then they don't know. And there's nothing for me to, you know, believe that it's one way or the other then at that point. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, so many different, like, walks, and I'm just looking at, like, the most oblivious ones. I mean, there's people who, like, have had, like, severe addictions and severe, problems in their life that, trying to seek an outlet for help and stuff, and then, like, some random pastor or some street preacher finds them or whatever, it gets them hooked on their thing or whatever. And then you'll find people who are, like in severe poverty or whatever, and trying to find an outlet for comfort, or, seeking some sort of, like, validation, during their situation. So they go to these places, so just, there's a lot of different walks of life. There's even people who are also, there's some scientists even that, still have some beliefs, and it's like, what? That one really confuses me. But, it's always very complex. Just want to have both ways to have saying diaspora, and that's in the middle of politics, host society workers, strategic interests, yeah. I mean, I don't think, like, the whole, like, all of global politics, comes down to what the Jewish national interest, but at least with a lot of foreign U.S. politics, a lot of it is bent towards the interest of what Israel wants, considering our close ties. So, yeah. I mean, a lot of the U.S. foreign interest is involved with that, but in the Middle East, and then, obviously not all of it, yeah. I just always, like, mention that, because I know there's people that always tries to bring it back to Jews. It's like, oh my god. And those type of people are like, oh my god. But, yeah, like, because, like, the U.S. has severely close ties to Israel. That's extremely problematic, just outright. There's a lot of shekels and global politics and money talks. Oh, yeah. It does. It's just a lot of those are invested into the U.S. I mean, a lot of them invest into others, but more so with technology and stuff like that, I feel like. They invest with their actual, like, political and personal interests on us because we're the world superpower. But when it comes to, like, technology or, like, the economy and things like that, I'm sure they invest elsewhere as well. The hemoglobin in America is shekels. Yep. Hey, well, it's crumbling pretty quick, I think. So, I don't know what will happen with it, but I don't know how long it's going to last, but I think it's ticking. I know enough that I feel like it's going to be ticking. I don't know how long, but that's going to go boom at some point. Don't know when, but some point. Like, I don't know if it'll be due to just total economic collapse, or whether it be due to a war that causes economic collapse, or whether it be due to such wealth and income inequality that there's some sort of mass movement that takes over. I don't know, but it's crumbling. It's crumbling pretty quick. You try some Arab liquors? I do, dude. That would be delicious. That honestly sounds good. Like, I'm honestly definitely a liquor guy. Like, I'm definitely that type of guy. Like whiskeys, scotches, rums, vodkas, tequilas. Like, I can handle it. Iraq, grapefruit distilled with anise, licorice, fennel seed. Ooh, that sounds good. Is there any of that imported around? I mean, obviously, if there's no rakia over there, then it's probably none of that shit's over here if you got it. So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'd curious to see if there is, though. I'd try it out. That'd be awesome. Sounds awesome. Delicious. Stretch a little bit. Oh, nice. Every drop of liquor tells a different story. John Dunsworth. That is true. Cheers to my boy Dunsworth. Too bad this isn't actual, like, brews. Fail. I'll pick that up in a second. 3 hours later. Most liquor stores around me carry Iraq, Razouk, Lebanese import Iraq liquor. I'll look out for that. Iraq, Razouk. Okay. Because obviously my liquor store carries imports, so I'll try to find that. I don't know where that could potentially be, so I'll just have to ask the front counter when I go out there next time. Be like, where the fuck can I find Iraq Razook? Do you have any? They'll probably be like, what? If a liquor store has a foreign import liquor section, they'll probably have Mediterranean limited selection. Well, the one I've gone to, they have it separated by what type of liquor it is. So there'll be like vodkas, scotches, rums, etc. You know, you kind of get the idea. So I'll have to just ask. I mean, I don't know exactly where I would find that, so I'll just have to ask and see if they do. If not, I'll have to check some other liquor stores around. It's an acquired taste. Mix it with water, it turns into white, and it turns white in shot glass. How it's traditionally served. Okay. All right. Well, I might not remember that part. I might not remember that part. Remind me if I get some. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's late. Well, I think I'll have one more bowl or something like that and wrap it up. Yeah. Chip chip Perio. Chip chip Perio Cheerio. Yeah. I don't know where the Perio comes from, but it's there. I wonder why the little chat ain't popping up this time. Weird. Maybe I have to look for one of these options. Oh, recent events visible. Nope, not that. What's this do? Nope. Not that? Nope. Okay. We can get out of that now. Later, man. It's too late here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna have one more bowl, wrap it up. I'm not gonna worry about whatever the chat not showing up or not. That's not even... Who cares at this point? I'll check it out next time, see what it's all about. I'm not grabbing that. I need to grab a little nugget. That had been... Got today off. Damn. Yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't been up this late in a minute, so... I'm gonna like smash down that peach. I'm gonna smash down on that. But we'll roast a bowl from different ends of the country. Damn right, son. Yep. And I'm gonna listen into that like the social media hoaxes. I was listening to it a little bit at work, but I was kind of listening off and on because, you know, I was at work, so I was like, you know, talking with my coworkers, you know, closing up and shit, so never listened to the whole thing, but I got a good chunk of it, so I'll have to listen to the rest of it tonight in my sleep and then listen to it again tomorrow. I swear, I listened to like every DFF episode at least like 3 times. at least. Just to, like, ensure I got everything, basically. Just to, like, absorb it all. Absorb all of the Durf Taff Peed. I'm a part of that Durf Taff Peed movement. Like, every time the intro pops up, I'm like, Durf Taff Peed, dun 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 dun, Durf Taff Peed, dun. I love it. I want to find the song that they did that someone did the DFF intro but backwards in reverse. I actually kind of want to find it and listen to it. It sounds pretty cool. I want to move to Italy. That'd be a cool place to move to, actually. You know, that'd be a pretty dope little spot. That'd pretty be a dope place to live. Like, if I had to pick any European country that isn't, like, anywhere in Scandinavia, it'd probably be either, like, Italy or, like... Probably, like, I don't know. Let's pick another one. The Czech Republic, maybe? I don't know. Just why not, you know? Just try it out. The Czech Republic seems like it'd be a pretty cool place. Or Austria, even. Austria seems like it'd be awesome. Austria seems like they, you know how to have a little fun. So, Spain is cool. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, they got a lot of political turmoil right now. Legal weed in some cities. Okay, you changed my process. Okay, now you're changing my mind. Alright, my mind has been changed. Never mind. I'd actually probably go to one of those legal weed cities in Spain and just live in solitary somewhere with, like, some hippies. Like, in a little commune somewhere. That's probably what I would do. gotta love getting some good back cracks and shit. Man, would you become like a computer dude and like someone sits and just kind of, does that type of shit all the time? You just always kind of gotta do some back stretches, kind of keep it nice and, doing good. Make sure you don't like, all the time, so, There's a period where I was just doing, like, slouching so much, and it was actually kind of starting to hurt my fucking back, so I was like, okay, so. Yeah. I don't know why I'm just, like, giving advice. I'm just like, health advice. I'm being one of those fucking douchebags. I'm being one of those assholes right now. Why am I being one of those assholes? I'm being one of those health advice assholes no one wants. I am asshole. Major asshole. Get that reference? You should know this reference. Come on. My name's Asshole. Major asshole. And I got my cousin over there, Sergeant Asshole. How many assholes are on this ship? What reference? Oh my god. Nah. Oh my god. Spaceballs! Really? Spaceballs? Have you seen Spaceballs? What movie? Spaceballs. Come on. Tell me you have not seen Tell me you've seen Spaceballs. I'm just anticipating this answer. This'll depict my reaction. Never seen it. Oh my god! That is like some blast. Oh my god. You need to find, okay. Star Wars over Spaceball. Spaceballs is meant to be okay, dude. You gotta, okay. Oh, okay. You gotta watch Spaceballs, dude. Dude, your goal tomorrow is just to watch Spaceballs. That's it. That's it. And report back. That's all. That's all I need you to do. In the words of Ben Shapiro, Wakanda is a real argument defeated. Oh my god. What the fuck? I'm too autistic for your satire. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am dude, no, oh my god. I'm like actually kind of triggered now, dude. Oh my god. Oh. Dude. 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 Oh. If I find it, I will share it to you. I have a copy. I will mail it to you. I will loan it to you. like seriously. Like, come on. Like, it's funny, dude. It's an awesome movie, dude. It's satire of like A New Hope with like a mixture of references to like Star Trek, to what else? Like just pretty much like to a lot of different sci-fi flicks at the time. Like, you gotta watch it, dude. You gotta watch it. It's a Mel Brooks film. Come on, you know Mel Brooks. You gotta know Mel Brooks. Oh my god. Man, if there's one thing I can definitely respect about my dad, he knows some good comedy movies, and he loves Mel Brooks, and he has a good collection of them, and he's made me a fan of Mel Brooks, so. Like, if there's one, like, some classic comedy I can definitely go to that I can adore, that it can definitely go to, I'll name off Mel Brooks. If Rogan could get Musk to smoke Stone, he surely could get JLP, Sam Harris, Jordan Peterson. Oh, yeah, totally, dude. Shapiro needs a solid bitch slap. Oh, he would. I mean, he was just on him. He was just on Rogan recently too. But for real though, I have one request from you. Just watch Spaceballs. That's all. That's all I ask of you. I'll get Joe on this. Don't make me get our granddad in this. Don't make me get him involved. Oh my god. You gotta listen to Joey Diaz. I do listen to Joey Diaz. He's awesome. He's hilarious. Are you kidding me? When I listened to him on Joe Rogan, I'm like, I gotta listen to this guy more. This guy's awesome. Then I started listening to him. Don't listen to him. I haven't listened to him that much recently, but man, now I'm contemplating if I want to listen to some Joey Diaz or if I want to listen to some of that DFF episode now. God damn it. You're making me contemplate it now. Boomer probably wants to vote for Biden. Well, I don't think, honestly, I don't even think he's gonna run, dude. Dude, he's flailing in the wind and he's just failed miserably and, I don't even think he's gonna run. I think he was going to, but now he's really contemplating right now, so that's why we haven't seen an announcement yet. I actually think he's really generally not considering it anymore. Maybe I'm wrong, and I probably am wrong, though, I don't know. I listen to Joey Diaz the Daily Morning. Oh yeah, the Daily Joint, I think it's called, or something like that. But yeah, I listen to that every now and then. I've listened to that while working, and I'm just like, fuck yeah. And I'm just like, I actually get into it, dude. I actually get kind of a little bit of a hype going, dude. He's a hypester, man. And I love it. Man, I actually would love to have a conversation with that guy. The Morning Joint, yeah. I gotta listen to that more often. Jeez, I missed a few. I missed a couple. I just love the way he does it too. He just goes, just goes off on his thing. Just loading his bowls motherfuckers, doing his thing. It just goes, bam. He just goes hard, dude. It's awesome. If you don't have a quick one-hitter bowl, I have a glass of Kratom while I'm watching it. Hell yeah, dude. Damn, son. Well, I'm gonna open this one too. Two of these bitches. This is for a later night. As I go crashing. I'll destroy this rest of this shit and head out. Joe's an old school Northeast Coast Zinjus, so well, whatever. Came in Ontario. Huh. Yeah, I mean, he's probably, he's in, he might be in, Christianity or whatever, but so's Robert. But him and I chill in Stone too, whatever. Plus, honestly, low-key, he's a dirty old man. He's Cuban. Oh, yeah. He talks about, how his mom used to make these Cuban sandwiches every morning and shit. And talks about how he always gets, a Cuban stuff, and talks about a lot about his Cuban childhood and stuff. Came on a raft with his parents when he saw hardcore ass buffs. Yeah, dude. Yeah, hardcore shit. He talks about a lot of stuff in his childhood. I remember listening to him on Joe Rogan. It's crazy shit, dude. He's a very fascinating, awesome character. Skip Chavez. Yeah. But, anyway. Gotta wrap it up. In Cienfuegos. Oh, damn. Anyway. I'll finish it up now. And I'll see y'all whenever the next one is. Which is probably tomorrow. A little less later than now. But anyway.